Hey guys, this is Bonzichun here with your weekly Pokemon trading card game news, and this week we got three awesome topics. First of all, this week we got a new card announced in the Sun and Moon Strengthening Expansion set. We're probably not getting this in base set, but we'll probably get this in the second Sun and Moon set, whatever it's called here in the US. So the first card we're going to talk about today is Toxapex GX. Now this card looks very promising. It's a Stage 1 evolution with 210 HP, a psychic weakness, and a retreat cost of 3. It has three awesome attacks, the first which is Spike Cannon. For a single psychic energy, you can flip 4 coins, and for each head does 30 damage. Now normally coin flips are not considered good in Pokemon, but since this is a single energy attack with a possibility of doing up to 120 damage with an average of 60, it's pretty good. Now, I am a big fan of single energy attacks because even if your opponent crushing hammers you, or enhanced hammers you, or team flare grunts you, all you gotta do is drop down 1 energy and you're back up and rolling again. The next attack we got for 3 energy is Ultra Toxic Poison. Now, this attack poisons your opponent's active Pokemon, but instead of doing 1 damage counter between turns, you do 10 damage counters in between turns. So that means for 3 energy you're hitting for 100, and this is going to almost KO instantly over 2 turns. So what you can do is you can Ultra Toxic Poison your opponent's Pokemon. Let's say it's a Shaman EX, which has... Shaman is probably a bad example. Let's go with like Scizor EX. So you Ultra Toxic Poison on your turn. When it switches to their turn, it instantly goes up to 100 damage counters. Now if they can't knock out your Toxapex GX, when it goes to your turn, it comes another 100. So they're at 200. And all you gotta do after that point is flip 1 heads on Spike Cannon, and you instantly knocked out their Scizor EX, which is a really good card. I think this card's gonna see some play, or at least gonna be a good maybe tier 2, maybe tier 1 deck. We'll have to see what other cards we get in this set that comes out after Sun and Moon base. And now for Toxapex GX's GX attack, we have Toxic Shelter. 150 damage for 3 psychic energy. Not the greatest, but I think what they can do after that, with the effect you get from the attack, is going to be very awesome. It prevents all effective attacks, including damage, from any Pokemon on your opponent's next turn. Not just the active, all Pokemon. So even if they switch out to something else, they're not going to be able to hit Toxapex GX. So what you can do with this is GX, use Toxic Shelter GX to hit them for 150 and stop them from being able to retaliate on your next turn, and then hit them with the ultra toxic poison, and that's pretty much gonna knock. That'll knock out a freaking Wailord. I mean, it's gonna be great. So overall, I think Toxapex GX is a very promising card, and we'll see some play. Not sure what kind of decks will be made around it, but I think it's something to keep a watch out for when we get the second Sun and Moon set after. Well, I guess it'd be the first Sun and Moon set after base set. Alright, so the next card we're going to be looking at is Beware GX. Now, this card is coming out as a Pokemon Card Gym promo in Japan, which I'm guessing is probably a lot like our league promos here in the US. Not sure how we get this in the US. Maybe it's a promo card in a tin, or, you know, one of those collection boxes. I'm not sure how we would get it. Now, it's a Stage 1 evolution with 210 HP, colorless, with a fighting weakness and a retreat cost of 3. So already it's not looking that great, although the fighting weakness is nice, because there's not a whole lot of fighting decks in Standard right now, with the only exception really being Zygarde, which is not seeing a whole lot of play except to counter Darkrai. Now, that retreat cost of 3 is pretty hefty, and if you, without me even putting up the translations, you guys can already tell this is going to be a hefty attacker. Now, its first attack is Bear Hug. That's 80 damage, and the defending Pokemon cannot retreat. Not the greatest, it's 3 energy, so a DCE and a basic, or 3 just energies in general. So, I don't see this attack being that awesome overall, because it's 80 damage for 3. That's a lot of energy you have to put on to Beware to do 80 damage. Alright, so his next attack is for 4 energy, does 100 damage, flip 2 coins, does 100 damage for each heads. Keep in mind that's 100 times. So if you have a 25% chance of whiffing, a 50% chance of doing 100, and 25% chance of doing 200 for 4 energy. which means that's 2 DCEs or DCE. You know, it's bottom line is 4 energies, and that's a lot of energy for a possibility of whiffing. We did just talk about how Toxapex GX was good because, you know, even though you can whiff it, you're still overall getting better return. The difference between this and Toxapex is Toxapex is 1 energy, so it's a lot less risk, whereas Beware is 4. So I don't see Beware being a great card. Even with the next move we're going to talk about with his GX move, it's not that great of an attack. His GX move is Big Throw GX. Again, 4 colorless energy. Discard your opponent's active Pokemon and all cards attached to it. Now, as a GX move, I don't like this move just because you can only use 1 GX move per match. Per game. But what I do like about this is it discards the Pokemon. So let's say they have a Pokemon that's really hard for you to knock out or is really set up and it's just going to start sweeping your team. This can turn the game around. Let's say your opponent's got fully set up, I don't know, a huge Darkrai setup. You can discard the Darkrai and make them have to reset back up again, shift the momentum in your favor because you can start just hitting them with whatever you have set up on your bench, or even just set up with Beware and just start hitting them for 100 per turn with double impact. Overall, though, I think Beware GX is not that great of a card, maybe a 3 out of 5. It might see some play, but at least it will be a fun card to play with just because Beware itself looks really trolly as hell. So, Beware GX is something to look out for, but I don't think it's going to be a Tier 2, Tier 3 deck. I think it's purely just going to be a fun card to have, but I kind of want one in my binder just because I love the look of the card. Alright, so the next thing we're talking about is that new basic energy cards. So, Pokemon showed off these new energy cards that we are going to be getting with Sun and Moon base. I think they look absolutely amazing. Yeah, they just look really, really awesome. I think, especially that water energy, I don't know what about it is that water energy, but it looks amazing to me. And also, keep in mind, these cards are going to be you're going to get one of these new basic energy cards in every single pack. Pokemon announced that Sun and Moon base will now have 11 cards per pack, with the 11th card always being an energy. So, you'll get all these energies pretty quickly if you buy any Sun and Moon base set packs. And they look really sick. Also, no one's quite sure if we're going to get more of these in future Sun and Moon sets, or if this is just something they're doing for base set. Also, the pack structure will remain the same of 5 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 reverse holo, and 1 rare or better, and also a Pokemon trading card, a game online code card. So, you'll be getting 5 uncommons, 3 commons, 1 reverse holo, and 1 rare or better, plus an energy, and your code card. So, I think these Sun and Moon base energies look a lot better than the X and Y energies that we've been used to. And I will be definitely going out and getting these from my decks. I think they look amazing. So beautiful. Alright, and for this week's rapid fire topics, we got new reverse holos. So in Sun and Moon base, we get new reverse holo patterns. This is one of the ones that people have found. It's Crobat. As you can see the psychic energy symbol in the background of the card. It looks amazing. Then put the big psychic energy with the little psychic energies behind it. I think this looks amazing for new reverse holos. Definitely better than what we'll be getting in X and Y. Trainers, same thing. We get a Pokeball symbol in the background with the smaller Pokemon symbols behind it. Again, I think these makes reverse holos look a lot better and a lot cleaner. Definitely going to be maybe going out and getting these reverse holos from my decks, just because I think they look a lot better. I used to not like the reverse holos in X and Y. I used to not care about them because they kind of just look plain Jane, just shiny versions of the same supporters or trainers that we have been having for a while. Alright, next thing we got are new Pokemon binders announced. So, these are the binders that Pokemon's been putting out for a while now. They have these in 4-pocket and 9-pocket. Overall, the quality's not that great as compared to something like a Monster binder or an Ultra Pro binder. But I think these look sick. They have these ones here with Solgaleo and Lunala on them, and the other ones with Incineroar and Decidueye. Unfortunately, Primarina gets no love this time around. But these binders look pretty cool. If you need a binder, pick one up. You know, if not anything, just for the collectors of them. They look sick. Next thing is we got a new Full Art HAL promo. Now, this new Full Art HAL promo is being sent out with booster boxes that were purchased in Japan, so Japanese consumers would get this new HAL Full Art promo with their booster boxes they buy. Not sure if we're getting this in the US, but I really want one. Even if it doesn't come out in the US, I might order one online just because I love the artwork. HAL itself is not a good card. It's basically Tierno. Draw 3 cards and just put it for the turn. Not that great of a card, but I love the artwork. So if you're a collector, this is definitely something you're going to want to go out and get because it just looks so beautiful. Alright, next thing we got on the topics is new Sun and Moon starter decks are out this weekend. They released 3 new starter decks featuring Incineroar, Decidueye, and Primarina. Starter decks, they're starter decks. No one really buys them unless, you know, it's something that you can make a deck out of, like the Wave Master deck with Greninja. Go out and look for these decks. Maybe you want them, maybe you don't. You know, if you're new to the game, maybe check them out. Get you and your buddies each pick one up and just start playing. Maybe you'll like them. And then also, pre-releases for Sun and Moon start this weekend with the full release being on February 3rd. Myself will be going to one tomorrow or today, depending upon when this gets released. But pre-releases are fun. Go with your friends. I'll be putting up a separate video of what to bring to a pre-release that should be going up either the same day as this or shortly after this. But yeah, pre-releases this weekend. Full release on February 3rd. Alright guys, that's been Bonzichun with this week's Pokemon Trading Card Game News. See you next week.